Come along with us as we spend an entire day eating and drinking at Wetherspoons, one of the UK's most iconic pub chains. As Aussies, we've heard so much about Wetherspoons, the cheap prices, the huge menus, and the fact that every Brit seems to have an opinion about spoons. So we thought we'd find out for ourselves, from breakfast fry-ups to curries, burgers, a pint and a couple of gins. We're not mucking about. Stick around to see what surprised us, what we loved, and whether we think Wetherspoons really lives up to the hype, or if we're just confused Aussies pretending to understand British pub culture. Today, we're going to go and check out that great British institution, Wetherspoons.
Some people like it, some people hate it. Hey, but the Brits have got their own opinions.
And now we're going to offer an Aussie opinion on this iconic hotel chain. Wetherspoons is famous for offering top quality meals at budget prices. So we're going to have breakfast, lunch and dinner and give you our true and honest opinion of Wetherspoons here in the UK. So come along with us. We're Mark and Kelly, full-time travellers, proving adventure has no age limit. Travel in comfort without overspending and discover unforgettable experiences with us. Welcome to Grown Up Gap Years. Okay, the yellow scaffolding you can see behind us is our destination. This is the William Webb Ellis pub here in Twickenham. Now it's a Wetherspoons pub, and Wetherspoon pubs are known for their quirky buildings and all of those things. Unfortunately, we don't know what this one looks like, do we? We've got no idea.
It's covered up.
It's covered up, but I'm assuming when it's finished it'll be stunning. But
Possible.
for right now, it's not very attractive. But let's hope the food is. So this is the very comprehensive breakfast menu, and it's served from 8 till 12, you know, so if you're a late riser. Anyway, a small breakfast starts at £2.99. You can get a traditional breakfast for £4.99 and an American breakfast for £7. That's such good value. I saw a cafe the other day in Guildford and it had savoury mince on the menu for £23. This is an absolute bargain compared to that. The only choice is what to choose. Now this interests me. Tea, coffee and hot chocolate, free refills. Now look, I can down 7 coffees if I really set my mind to it. So again, this is outstanding value. It's £1.71 for unlimited coffee, tea and hot chocolate. Oh, that's just a bargain. This is looking really good. All right, give me a minute to decide what we want and then we'll let you know. Because I'm one of life's prepared people, I have come prepared with the Wetherspoons app. Yes, they have their own app. That's how big they are. 800 pubs, you would need your own app. All right, so you can get all of the breakfast options here. That's the click on it and then you can go for whatever you want. So if we put in a traditional breakfast for Mark, this one has fried egg, bacon, Lincolnshire sausage, baked beans, 2 hash browns and a slice of toast. It has 807 calories. That's something I've noticed about places here in Britain. They put the calorie count on. I'm not real sure I want to know sometimes. That seems a lot, 807. Anyway, we'll order that one for him. Or did you want the large one, Mark? Traditional or large?
I think traditional.
Okay. Because large, it's got 1,343 calories. Whoa, that seems excessive. All right. And you add it to the basket. You can get extras if you want, but we don't want any of those. So we'll just add it to the basket. I just scrolled through the menu looking for my eggs and I couldn't find them. So you just put a search in at the top and I'm going to get eggs Benedict. And that was only 725 calories. So it's poached eggs, muffin, ham, hollandaise sauce. Did I say dollars? I mean by £1.29. That's just unbelievably cheap. Right, add that to the basket. Then I'll go ahead and order the coffees and we'll come back to you when we've got our food. All right, coffee has arrived via my servant Mark and he's got me an espresso in an enormous cup. Anyway, nice crema on top. I believe it's Lavazza coffee, which is a nice coffee. Oh, she's good and strong. Very much a Lavazza coffee. It's got that distinct Lavazza taste, which people like or hate. I'm a bit neutral on it, but So this will be my first of maybe 3 for research purposes.
Traditional Wetherspoons breakfast. So I've got my 2 hash browns, the bacon baked beans, 2 pieces of toast, an egg, and a sausage. And, of course, butter. Okay, give the sausage a go. Oh, perfectly cooked eggs too. Yum. One thing the Brits do well is sausages. Pretty good. Not as good as Germany, but... Got to dip the hash brown in baked beans. Kel's got a horrified look on her face. I think I'm going to enjoy this. Oh, let's not forget the bacon. Dip a bit of egg. Crispy bacon. Good.
I have eggs Benedict, a very traditional looking eggs Benedict. Decent amount of ham, 2 eggs. Let's see if they're runny. Well, slightly runny. Look, I have been waiting a little while, so I might take the blame for this because I have been sitting a little while I've been sorting Mark's breakfast out. Okay. Oh, and hollandaise sauce. Excuse my manners. It's an okay hollandaise sauce. Had better, had worse. And an English muffin underneath. Oh, all right. So I've got some hollandaise sauce, some really decent amount of ham, a bit of muffin, and I don't know how many bits in my mouth. The ham is really nice and salty. The eggs, look, as I said, I think it's my fault they're a little bit overdone. I think they were nice and runny when they came out. As I said, I've just waited a little while. Well, hollandaise sauce it's fine. Look, to be really honest, I've paid a lot more money for eggs Benedict that I didn't like, and I think this is a very adequate offering.
Okay, so I've cleared my plate. Great breakfast. I'm going to give it a 7.5 out of 10. But there's a lot of other places I've been where they haven't been quite as good as this for double the price. So, and value for money, I'll give it a 9 out of 10.
Okay, so I haven't done quite as good a job as Mark as clearing my plate. I did find this a bit much. They were quite heavy and doughy. The eggs, my fault, so I'm not going to take them into my consideration. I rate that a good solid 7. And like Mark, I've got to rate this a 9 out of 10 for value. I mean, this is just incredible. I'm blown away. You lucky British people having this as an option. And it is an option because this place is heaving with people eating breakfast at about 8:30 in the morning.
So, Cal, did you put the sugar in your tea?
So I sent Mark over to get some sugar for my coffee and he's brought me back this. And I'm like, how do you open it? It's a crayon. He's brought me back a crayon. This is reason number 5097 when Mark needs to wear glasses when I send him off to do jobs. A crayon. We just realised we didn't tell you how much our meal was. So it was £13.46. So we had a breakfast each. I had a flat white, an espresso and a hot chocolate.
I had 2 coffees.
And Mark had an espresso and a macchiato. So that's outstanding value.
It is.
Yeah. Eating out for us here in the UK has been a really expensive exercise, so finding Wetherspoons has been an absolute blessing. Can I show you the current exchange rate? Can you see that? £1, $2.09. So we're basically paying, for us, twice as much. So if something is £10, we're paying more than 20. We're paid in Australian dollars, we have to convert. Okay, Wetherspoons number 2, lunch. We're at Haunslow. I think I've said that right. Moon under the water. That's a Wetherspoons close to where we're staying, so we've come here on the bus.
Yes.
It's a lot smaller than the Twickenham one. Same feel, different furniture. Again, lots of people, community, there's people over there playing cards, there's people meeting up for lunches and things like that. So we have stumbled upon curry day. It's Thursday. Do you want to have curry now?
Oh, I don't know whether to have curry now or for dinner.
I'm going to have curry now, and you can have it for dinner if you like. So they offer these club days where you can have pizza day, curry day, burger day, and today is curry day. So from lunch through to dinner, you can choose a curry and an alcoholic drink for £9.99. So
Great value.
fabulous value. Cannot complain about the value of these. Let's just see what the food tastes like. And look, to be really honest, the food for breakfast was pretty good.
Pretty good.
So I'm expecting to have a pretty good lunch here. So curry for me. Mark's going to have something. We'll pull our trusty app out, do our orders, and then show you what we've come up with. Okay, so I've just done my ordering and I'm paying on the app, and pretty soon this will go ding and everything will be as it's meant to be. There it goes. And it's given me our order number, and the whole thing came to £21. And for that, I've ordered a chicken tikka curry. Mark has ordered cheesy melt chicken burger, and as part of our deal came an alcoholic drink. So Mark's got a pint of Stella, and my Strongbow dark fruit, which I've just discovered since I came to the UK, also comes. So when you get the meal deal, just to explain this to you, so say Curry Club, it's $8.79 with a soft drink, or if you get the alcoholic drink, it's £10.32. So for the sake of £1, you get up to £4 worth of alcohol, which I'm not just saying alcohol, but it's a nice thing to have with a curry or lunch. So sounds like I'm being a raging alcoholic, but that's not what I'm trying to say. So I just think it's outstanding value, because just to go into a pub and have a pint here in an ordinary pub is prohibitively expensive. Whereas this, we can do it today for lunch and tonight for dinner, and wow. So let's see what the meal's like. I am going to keep track of the calories, because the calories amuse me no end, and I think that we're going to end up in a calorie surplus at the end of this, because I think there are over 1,000 calories in my meal. Here's our drinks. Thank you. Thank you.
Cheers.
And this is my enormous drink. It's a pint, and Mark's is a pint as well. So I see what I mean. It's just outstanding value. And by the way, if you haven't tried one of these, they're delicious.
They are. They're nice.
So good. Look at the pink froth on the top. Beautiful. Wetherspoons, we're such fans. Wetherspoons even has its own magazine. Did you know you could stay at Wetherspoons? I didn't know that. Pub classics. Ooh. Steak and ale pie. Ooh. Maybe I might be having that tonight. Very classy, this place. Own magazine, accommodation. Look at this. It's just lovely. I'm just raving on about it. We get nothing like this in Australia. If anyone in Australia can tell me where you can get value meals like this, I'd be happy to know, because very, very fortunate to be able to take advantage of this. So we're firmly sitting in the love it category right now. I haven't got a meal yet, another meal to go, but right now, you think, Mark?
Yes, I think so.
Yeah, we're sitting in the love it category.
Yeah. I'm all for it.
You're up for it. Mark's all for cheap food and beer. Chicken tikka from the Curry Club. My lord. All right, we got naan bread, 2 enormous poppadoms, some rice. It's like got something for it. I don't know what it is. This is chicken breast. I'll just try that on its own and then I'll have it with the rice in a minute. Oops. That's excellent. It's got heaps of chicken in it. Look, there's about 8 more pieces of chicken in there. Let me try this naan bread. We're going to need a bigger plate. Good naan bread. Not the best naan bread I've ever had, but good crispy poppadoms, and 2 of them. I couldn't be happier with this. This is just delicious.
Okay, this is my cheesy melt burger. Got some onion rings. Got some chips. Excuse me, because that's just the way I eat. And cheesy melt burger with chicken. That looks nice. So I'll try and give the burger a go. This could end it badly.
We have to pay for 400,000 for one in Whitney.
That is really good.
Flat, you won't get anything but...
The amount of melted cheese on that.
Well, that's right, yeah. One bedroom.
And tasty, the chicken's tender. Little onion ring. Gotta have tomato sauce. Beautifully plumbed. Chips, British chips, well. Yep, I'm going to be very happy with this. Okay, the Melts cheeseburger with fried chicken was pretty bloody good. Very filling. I couldn't finish my chips, which is unusual. The cheese was very rich, but the whole meal, I give it an 8.5 out of 10. It was really good. The chicken was tender, and yeah, I really rate it highly. So, but value for money, well, you can't go past that. Normally you pay a lot of money for a burger at hotels, and this is great value. Also, value for money, well, I give it a 9 out of 10. It was good.
Okay, good job me. I've eaten all of my curry. I rate that very highly. There's no chance of getting through all that bread and poppadom, but that was a fairly hot curry. They gave it a 2 chili rating, which is mild, but I have eaten curries from Sri Lanka and Thailand, and this rate's right up there with them in terms of hotness. It was plentiful in chicken, tasty, plenty of accompaniments. For £10.99, I just think it was brilliant. So as a standalone meal, I rated a 9, and as a value, definite 10. While Mark was sleeping off his lunch, I did some calculating. So he has eaten approximately 1,840 calories so far today. And according to ChatGPT, he's allowed to have 2,000.
Jeez, I feel like about enough.
And I have had 1,630 calories, probably a bit less because I didn't eat much of the bread. But I'm only allowed to have 1,740. So I think we're going to go way, way, way over our calorie allowance for the day. There'll be lots of walking tomorrow.
Well, there is dinner to come, so... Well.
We're back in the William Webb Ellis at Twickenham because that's where we're staying. This was originally a post office apparently, and it was named for William Webb Ellis, who is the father of rugby. So very nice. I can't wait to come back here when it's all finished. I think it'll be a beautiful building.
Okay, so I'm really struggling here. I've had such a big breakfast, a big lunch. I'm thinking I might go fish and chips. I know it's not light, but I'd class fish as light, even though it is battered. And there's chips, and there's sauce.
Okay, here we are. Last and final meal for the day. I'm faring a lot better than Mark. Mark's in a lot of pain. However, I've ordered his fish and chips on my trusty little app. I am going for the steak and ale pie that I showed you the picture of earlier today. It looks delicious. And with that, I can have chips or mashed potatoes. So I've gone with chips, and peas or mushy peas. So I've gone for mushy peas. Mark's getting mushy peas with his fish and chips. That is not something we have at home. All right, so we're both going for a gin because Mark said he would die if he had a beer. So we're having gin. And can I just point out what great value this is? This is one of my favourite gins, Edinburgh Gin, Rhubarb and Ginger Liqueur. I love this gin. And you can get it and you get your mixer included. So if you want a mixer, you can have Brit-Vic tonic, Brit-Vic diet tonic or Brit-Vic elderflower tonic. Let's throw all the flavours in there and have an elderflower tonic. So I'm going to confirm it. Add it to the basket, pay, and we're in business. Look at this nip of gin. Ah, my beautiful tonic. I've just got to have a taste. Oh, that is so good. That ginger in that is, it's nice and light. I think Mike's going to enjoy it. It might help him, handle his meal a little bit better. It seems a bit weird having gin and tonic with our meals, but maybe we'll have these drunk by the time they come. But I can't believe the value. I mean, this is $3.45, this is 89p. That's less than 10 Australian dollars. I'm just, what? I can't think of the last time I bought a gin that hasn't cost me an absolute fortune. And it's good quality gin. Wow.
Okay, fish and chips. Oh, nice amount of fish in there. Oh, so this is really nice. I've been to other restaurants here in London, and you order fish and chips. Now, you get your fish. There's more batter than fish, I feel, most of the time. So this is really good. It's just more fish than batter. So yeah, very happy with this. Mushy peas. Wow. Not bad. Never really a big fan of mushy peas, but it was a choice between mushy peas and baked beans, and I thought baked beans just aren't going to cut it with fish and chips. Okay, let's move on to the chips. You know what? I might dip them in the mushy peas. That's different, but I'll just stick with the chips.
This is my steak and ale pie. I've got mushy peas, I have chips, I have my ale pie, and I have a gravy. Do you know what I really would have liked? Steak and kidney pie. Does that happen anymore? I love steak and kidney pie. The gravy's there, thick, holds its shape quite well. Let's pop that over here. Have a taste. It's fine, it's gravy. I also have mushy peas, also not really a fan. They're fine. Okay, but this. So it looks like it's been cooked in a pot and tipped upside down for serving. And if I go inside it, there's a fairly thick, dense dough, and that's the steak and gravy. And then I've added more gravy on top. That's actually really, really nice. The pastry is really soft. And maybe if I pull that back, you'll see there's a good amount of meat in there. I actually love this stuff. When I eat a meat pie at home, I go looking for that sort of soft pastry at the top. So this will do me nicely. Let me try these chips, in the interest of doing my research. Dip them in the peas. They're okay. They're nice enough chips. I'm going to send Mark up to get me some more vinegar in a minute because that's what they need, a good dose of vinegar. Look, again, top value meal. I'm really looking forward to eating this. Look, I've eaten my meal, most of it. The peas did not float my boat. And there's still some gravy left in my gravy boat. A lot of boat references there. The chips were fine, but that was okay. For a new dish, it's just come on their menu. I was expecting a bit more. It was pretty light on in the meat department. I give that a 7. I don't think I'd order it again. It was nice, but 7. Look, again, value for money with the gin. Yeah, 9. My favourite today was that curry I had for lunch. I thought that was sensational. So, I'm really happy with my Wetherspoons day. Let's see what Mark thinks of his.
My meal is done and dusted. I had fish and chips. Again, mushy peas just don't float my boat for dinner. I'll rate this meal at about an 8.5 out of 10 because I've had, as I said before, I've had fish and chips and other more expensive hotels, and this has been better than any of those ones. So yeah, value for money. Yeah, I'll give it a 9, especially with the nice gin. Okay, favourite meal for the day. Didn't mind the chicken burger, but really appreciated the fish and chips. They were really nice.
Okay, that's us done and dusted.
Wetherspoons.
What did you think?
I'm so full. Hey, but bloody happily full.
Yeah, that was amazing value. So we ate 3 meals today. I had 3 drinks for breakfast and 2 more alcoholic drinks later on in the day. And you had 2 alcoholic drinks also. And that cost us £57, roughly. £57 for a whole day of eating. Was it perfect? No. Was it value for money? Certainly. Would I do it again? Probably not. I would spread it out across the day because it was severely lacking in vegetables, and that's on us because we didn't really order salads or anything like that. So I thought it was fantastic. You are extremely lucky, Britain, to have them. We love doing food videos. We've got some great stuff out there, eating in Poland, eating in Singapore, eating in Hong Kong. So if you're interested in any of those, have a little look. And if you're enjoying our content, please give this video a like, subscribe, and we'd like to see you along on the journey with us.